Hello and welcome. My name is Tony. I work at City Hall pretty closely with the building department, and today I am going to show you a little bit about how to use Beacon and hopefully draw up a site plan. So what Beacon is Beacon is the county's GIS software. It's got measurement tools, stuff like that, just to kind of help you make a site plan easily. So after I show you how to find it here, we'll move into how to find your property, how to draw using some of the tools, and then how to finally print that out and get that to our planners in a way that makes sense. So we're going to start at the basics. We're just going to start at Google, because I find that the easiest way to find Beacon is just to Google Sherburne County Beacon. So if you type in Sherburne County Beacon into Google, this first link here, that's what you want, Beacon, SchneiderCorp.com, Sherburne County Beacon. So click that. That'll bring you to this page. So this is the property search page. This is how you find where you live. Obviously, you know your own address, so I don't have to tell you that. But click onto property there, and then you'll go to this advanced address search, and you'll click into there. For my purposes, I'm going to be using City Hall's address and treating it as if it's a residential lot. There are different rules depending on whether something is commercial or residential. But we will type in our address. So for City Hall, that's 12060 Sherburne Avenue Southeast. And then we'll hit this search button. So once you hit that, it'll bring you to, this is just a summary of your property, information about it, just kind of some general stuff about your property. But what you want to look for here is, up here there are all these options. And what you want to do is you want to go to map, right? So this is an overhead of your property. This is what planners are going to want to see when they are looking for a site plan. They're going to want to see this. They're going to want to see the scale. They're going to want to see all that. And this has got all that. So essentially, let's say you are building a small shed on your property, right? You're putting a garden shed. And keep in mind, this is only to show you how to use the tools. If you're doing a garage or anything else, a pergola, whatever you're building, make sure to call into City Hall and talk to the planners if you have any questions. But for right now, generally setbacks are 10 feet from the side lots, 10 feet from the back lot, and 30 feet from the front lot line. So what we're going to do is, I'm looking here, let's say I want to put a shed right here. So if I would like to line it up with this, right? That makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this measurement tool. There's all these different tools up here. The one you want to click on, it's got this question mark and the little ruler there. That's the one you want. Click it, and that's going to give you this little thing here, feet, acres. You could change it if you wanted to, but feet is going to be what you want here. So how you use it is you click in one spot, right, and then it's going to draw a line to wherever your cursor is, and that's measuring the amount of feet it is to there. If you want the line to stay, you just click again, and now that line's permanent, and I'm already starting a new line, but I don't want any of these lines, so I'm going to click finish, and that's going to leave that line there, but then I'm going to clear it out. But anyways, so if I want my shed right here behind the house lined up with it, I need to make sure I'm 10 feet away from this property line, so I'm going to click once here, right, or, well, here, clear, finish, or clear. So I'm going to measure. If it's right there, it's going to be the same amount of distance from here to here as it is here to here. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to measure, so that's 18 feet from the property line to the corner of my house. So if we land the shed up there, we're going to be fine. So my shed is 10 by 10. So we're just going to click right here next to the house, right? We're going to go up to 10, and it's really hard to get it exact. So just get as close as you can. 10.1, that's really close. So 10 points. And like I said, when I'm doing this, I'm just clicking once, and then I'm moving the mouse over and clicking again. So move over, and then we go 10. 10.19, very close. So then I'm clicking, and then I'm moving up to here, and then it's automatically connecting that for me. So I'm going to click again there, and then I'm just going to click finish. So that's my shed back there. That's showing where the shed is. The planners will want you to measure how far away your shed is from your property line. So if you just take the measurement tool again, you're already in it if you have it selected, and then you'll just click on the property line, right? And then you'll just measure a straight line down to your shed, and as you can see, that's like 19 feet or something like that. So we'll just click right there, right? And then we will click finish. So now we've got that measurement from the property line there, and that's what you need. That's what the planners are going to want to see. They're going to want to make sure it's there. If it was questionable that I was, say, close to this property line or the front property line, I would draw one from there. Clearly, it's more than 19 feet from here to the front of the property or the back of the property, so that won't be needed. You may need measurements from the house to there, depending on what you're building, but I would call City Hall and talk to one of the planners to get to know that for sure. For this purposes, that's how you use the measurement tool. So once you have that drawn out, this is a site plan that's perfectly reasonable to turn in. Now you've got your shed drawn. You are looking to get this printed off and given to the planners at City Hall, or made into a PDF or whatever you're going to do with it. So what you want to do is you want to go back up to this toolbar here, and you want to see there is a little, it's hard to see, but it's a little magnifying glass with a printer behind it. This is the print setup. So click there. All right, and that's going to bring you to this page. So the only thing you're really going to do here is adjust the scale. So I always would set the scale to the smallest. That's the easiest to do. That way you're close in and it's easy to see. It's going to be way too big for mine, but I'll show you anyways. So I'll go print as PDF. And what this is going to do is it's going to give me a preview of what I'm looking at. So obviously mine's way too big. You can't even see the measurements out to there. Generally that's going to be what you want to do, but you may have to adjust it this way. So I'll go back and show you how to adjust it there. So we'll go back into the print setup again. And I'm just going to take this out and I'm going to say 1 inch is 50 feet. Print as PDF. All right, so now you can see there's my property line. This is going to be what the planners are going to want to see. One more thing that might help when you're doing this print, a good thing to do is to center this in the middle of your screen. That way when you go to print, it will for sure be in the frame because it just kind of prints in relation to what you're looking at. So how you do that is you just go up here. If you click this eye, it'll kind of reset your mouse to be the move tool, right? So that's this eye up here in the bar, this eye. Click that, and then you're in normal movement mode. So if you just center this in the middle, right, and then you click print, you should be set. This will be even more centered. Sometimes you can be out of frame there. So yep, you see that it's right there. The planners can see that. You're all set. And then you can just hit your regular print button wherever it lives. I have a thing in front of mine. It's going to be different whether you use Chrome or some other thing, but you can just print it out, or you can create a PDF and email it to them. But this is what they're going to want to see. This has got the directions. It's got information about the property they're going to want to see. This is going to work for them. So that's kind of it. As far as if you have any questions on, hey, how far away can I put my shed from my house? Where, can I even do this? Do I have the stuff for that? That's all planning and zoning questions. Please call into City Hall. We love answering questions like that instead of retroactively having to figure out that stuff. So call us, get some information, use this tool to draw a site plan. We will help you out however we can. Thank you so much. If you have any trouble with this, feel free to call in. We'll answer questions about that as well. Thanks again.